Happy Wednesday. I wanted to show y'all before I put more mascara on and fake it till I make it. Look how big the gap is getting. My lashes are falling out, y'all. This is 34 with a hormone problem. Today, I actually have two things planned that I want to do. Two goals for my day. One, I got a few good things for stocking stuffers for women or girls. Having to do like cosmetic stuff. I want to share those. And then I said we were going to make wreaths and stories. So someone asked yesterday for me to share the supplies beforehand and then we could do it together. And I was like, oh, that's a great idea. But then I thought about it and I'm like, okay, hold on. That sounds fun in theory, but not good, because what I need to do is get the stuff out and make sure, test it before, and that way I know what I'm recommending is like what you need. And I'm so glad I didn't jump the gun and I stuck to how I normally do things, because I was playing with it this morning and a couple of them just don't look very good. So we'll do wreaths. I'll walk you through, because some like sprigs and supplies are really good and some are just not that cute. Heads up, I have a 30% off discount for Active Skin. That's the Repair Skin Gel. This is what I use on my skin. It's what helped me drastically with the inflammation of acne I was going through. I still put it on trouble spots every single night. I do my skincare. No, I do this first and then I put my skincare on top of it. Or if you really want it to sink in and you stay up late, sometimes I put it on first, let it completely dry, and I feel like it's like sunk in, and then I do my skincare after it. But there's so many other uses. Like I'm in Berkeley's bathroom right now because she currently has the gel and then she has the spray. I think she keeps it by her bed because right now she's having really bad dry skin. Her skin is just the worst for her in winter. So she can spray this on her severe dry spots or cracked spots. Sleeps with it. I'll even come in and check on her at night and spray more. I think she feels drastically better in the morning. I always recommend getting the 2-pack because you get the gel. This is like a thicker consistency. That's why I like it for really deep scrapes, insect bites, sunburn, but also skincare. And then the spray, I use it for places like I don't want to touch or irritate. Sometimes that's cuts and open wounds, bottom rashes. Viv, is potty trained now and is wiping a lot on her own. So sometimes they get that redness. Spray this on, let her sleep with it. And it's barely red in the morning. And it definitely does. This is the best for diaper rashes. So get the spray for that because it's more liquidy. This, you have to shake it every time you use it because otherwise it'll separate a little bit and it goes like, and it's all like liquid. Shake it every time, then you can open it and it should come out like this, like a gel. I'll put some on right now. Why the heck not? If you are purchasing this to help, say, like teens with acne or yourself with acne inflammation, if they are going through a really tough spot, what I did was I applied this a lot. So whenever, I'll show you, I'll need to dig back and find the before and after pictures of one night with sleeping with this stuff on, how it improved my skin. But I was so diligent. I stay up late. So every time it would dry, like 15, 20 minutes, reapply. I reapplied so much that it was starting to look like a white film on my face. But I just kept reapplying. So for the first couple of days, if your kids can, maybe start it on the weekend. If it's your daughter who likes to wear makeup, no makeup, slather this stuff on continuously to give it its best shot. Can you use it if you don't have acne? Yes. I saw someone on TikTok, a young man, say that he uses it to tighten his skin and his skin was freaking flawless. So I started adding it to my routine. I'm going to put a question box here, and if you use Active Skin, put in what you use it for, because every time I ask, I get 4 different purposes that I never even thought of. But this is made out of HCOL. It's a molecule that our body already produces, but they figured out how to put it in a bottle, and that's how our skin repairs itself so fast. It's one molecule that our body already makes, and we're just dumping more on to repair things quicker. That's why it's good for, like I said, insect bites, scrapes, wounds. Basically, if you put Neosporin on it, you put this on it, and this is insanely better for your body. Neosporin's not good for us. Do research on it. Every time I look back on pictures of my face, I forget how bad it was, and it was so painful. And I remember, so if you have adult acne, I see you. I've been there. I had it for probably 8 months severely. And I still struggle with blemishes, and I have scarring. Like, this isn't any breakout, it's freckles and scarring. I have scarring over here. They're minimal. They're hardly there anymore, thank goodness. But I just feel like my face is a ticking time bomb. Like, when will it come back? I have a lot of hormonal issues and thyroid issues. If you don't know, I have Hashimoto's, which is a lifelong disease that I take a hormone just to make sure I have hormones running. But I battle blemishes all the time, and I've been there. And acne, it took me like 3 months to look into the mirror and be like, I have severe acne. Like, makeup can't even cover this. And it sucked, quite frankly. So I understand if you're going through adult acne, and I never had it as a teen. I don't know who needs to hear it. Probably no one watching. But in case there are some teenagers or whatnot, when you're going through that mess and like severe acne, it's like a choice to have confidence every day. Trust me. My acne was blasted on television. I remember seeing like cuts come through, and I'm bent over like getting paint, and it's zoomed in, and it looked horrible, and it was like so noticeable, like not just to me, like it was bad. And it was just like, well, I'm human and I'm going through this stuff. The worst is like when you get edits back from like photography and they clean all that stuff up and it's all photoshopped. I remember looking at one and I was like, I texted the editor, I was like, this is beautiful, but I don't look like this. I got severe acne. I show my face every day. You got to put the zits back. Put them back. Just put some zits back. It'll mess with you. Like it'll mess with you. So have that self-confidence. It's temporary. Speaking of the show, I'm just like traveling through my kids' rooms, putting away stuff in their rooms. Speaking of the show, if you want to be on No Demo Reno season 3, you want your home renovated, I would love to help you. I will put the casting notice here. This is the last chance I'm posting the casting flyer. You can tap it and apply. Obviously, maybe not obviously, you do have to be within close range to Allen, Texas. Just throwing that out there moving forward. Not traveling to different states or even far in Texas right now. So close within Allen, Texas. If that's you and you want your home renovated, click on the link. You can read the criteria. And if you fit the criteria, I would love for you to apply. I would love to help you with your home. That'd be fun. Last chance for the casting. Awesome stocking stuffer gift idea, in my opinion. This is a makeup brush cleaner, but it's electronic. So you put your brushes on it and it spins it for you and does the whole thing. I played around with it a couple days ago. It is really, really cool, especially for the price point. I think it's pretty impressive. I'll show you the dirty brushes that I cleaned. Water, okay. So the bigger the brush, the more wobbly it looks, like when you put it in the water. Just because of more weight against the water. So in and out. Let's spin to air dry. Where's the button? Okay, looks clean. Let's get water. Grody. Another good stocking stuffer, I stumbled upon this little set when I was looking for travel makeup brushes. This thing is $9.99 and it's got a 5% off coupon right now. So perfect stocking stuffer price. You've got 6 different types of brushes for eyeshadow. This one's great for eyeliner. And then they've got this one for a highlighter, contour, concealer, whatever. It's just a makeup sponge with a point on it. And then Party Trick. What? I accidentally pulled that off and I was like, whoa, for blush or bronzer or whatever. I sat here trying to like fit it back in for way longer than I care to admit before I found out that it did that. So stinking cool. Pop it back on, put it back in the little pack. So cool for under $10, isn't it? It's like cheap, but also practical and something that someone would actually use often. Another item for $9.99 is this really cool light up travel mirror. So you have your magnifying side and your normal side, and the normal side is the one that lights up. So you go in the back and push the on button, it lights up. So you have a lit up travel mirror, and the light is actually really good. But yeah, I thought that was cool. It's like a little compact, take it with you, do makeup on the airplane while traveling. Sometimes you don't have the best lighting in hotel rooms. I feel that all the time. This would be a cute little option because it's so tiny. So yeah. This little pack of goodies is $7.99, so still under that $10 price point. And this is all things travel for your brow and eyelashes. I actually use that for eyeliner as well. So you have a little cut, I don't know what you call that, like a little crisp cut brush. I don't know, I just made that up. Making up my own cosmetic terminology as we do stories. And then this one, Love, and they're made out of metal, not plastic, so they're not flimsy and they're not gonna break off. Eyelash separator. I've been using this to kind of move my lashes around so it doesn't look like I have a giant hole in my eyelid. But I really, really like these. They're very durable, sturdy, but again, compact, so you can travel with them. I like them a lot. Last items I have to share, Naked OG, the Naked original Naked palette. I don't know about you, but it is like what I started with makeup, and I probably bought it 3 times and only used that. Breadwinner. Hello. The color Breadwinner, which is so coppery and like orange now. I wore it yesterday and it was really orange. That's like all I wore throughout high school, I believe. Anyways, these little travel guys would make good stocking stuffers as well. Very pretty. You have some mattes, some shimmers. Again, just the perfect little size to accompany all of your little travel goodies. All tiny, tiny little babies. Anyways, just thought all of those would be great for stocking stuffers. Stocking stuffers are so hard, and I don't know why. I think because we think they have to be little and we want them to be cheap, right?
I hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring ting tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me do.
Okay, so I tried to film making this wreath in real time and it was really hard. I had to stop and like figure out how to do it. Not the wreath was hard, the wreath was super easy. I was just trying to figure out the best way to film it. So we're gonna talk through it. First, I wanted to say I marked the best branches as the wreath ones in the middle of that graphic because I wanted to show you the other ones look like this. They're like really flat and plasticky. These would be super cute for like place settings with like your napkin or your forks and a little ribbon tied around it. It would be super cute on Christmas trees for like filling and stuffers coming out. You could shape it and put it like on a wall with a ribbon or over a photo like how I have in my hallway. So you definitely can use things, like if you buy these, you can use them for things. They're just not as real and as plush and full that I wanted for said wreath. Box of branches that I recommend are $49, which I know feels expensive, but cost breakdown, you're paying about the same price for 3 wreaths as that one that's $60. Because I only used about 3.5 branches because I have a lot of clippings. So 4 branches per wreath, because there's a 3-pack of this, right? And it breaks down to about $65 for all 3 versus $60 for one. So it feels like a lot to pay for sprigs, but if you want to make 3 wreaths, give them as gifts, use them around your house, or if you want extra, you can use the clippings for like the table settings, like around if you have your, you know how you do little table settings with like on the plates with the napkins and the ribbon. I'm trying to find another little piece to show you. Or you could take the little pieces and tie it with a ribbon and put it over little picture frames like I did in the hallway. Hang little bells from them. There's just so much you can do to use this all up to get your money's worth out of them. One more thing I want to show you before I get started. When I bought these little things, I didn't think they were this tiny. I opened them, I was like, I showed my kids, I was like, guys, look at the size of this sprig. I thought I bought the same thing, but with white berries. And look at the size of this. They all lost it. They're eating dinner and like spewed food out. It was hilarious. You had to be there. I think it's one of those you had to be there moments. Anyways, super small. You get a ton of them. I'm like, I'm not returning these. I got to use them. So I put them with ribbon over picture frames, like I said, with the little juniper leaves. It would be super cute. I need to find like a little piece. I added some, like if you did something like this, with a little ribbon over a picture frame or a place setting. I put it in my garland on my stairs. But anyways, I just wanted to show y'all, because they're linked on that page. They're super tiny. Super, super, super tiny. Not big stems at all.
Paper pants.
We have a little assistant.
Paper pants.
Vivian! You're 4 now. 4-year-olds don't say that. They think that's like babyish. Like babies say poo-poo pants. You're a big girl now.
Poo-poo pants.
All right. Okay, notice in this wreath, notice while making this wreath. Okay, so when you sit down to make this wreath, notice one important thing. Most wreaths go like this, right? So your branches all go the same direction. This one's different. It's gripped in the middle here, and then this side goes down this way, right? And then this side goes down this way. So you'll take your branches and shove the stem upward and just layer them to where you don't have massive gaps. Then I wanted that kind of lower, it looks like a little beard to me, but I wanted that drop down that it had in the original, the inspo pic. And so I went around like that, but then I broke off little twiglets from it, little pieces, and I hot glue gunned just little pieces up under to give me that point at the bottom to where it looks like it's kind of natural and growing down there. I took a few video clips while I was doing it, and I'll show you here where to cut them, or where I cut them and how I laid them. Too wide this way, cut, which one did I cut? See how it's a Y? I cut off this one as close to the root, as close to the main, oh, you little beast, stem as possible. And then I cut off here, like the H, and I keep the other ones intact. And they all look the same. So it's gonna be the same, okay? So you're left with this guy, who's just a little skinnier and easier to work with. I trim about this much off. You wanna leave a little bit because you can tuck it into the It's probably one of the worst tutorials I've ever done. I don't even know if that should qualify as a tutorial, but it's there if you need it.